And you guys thought it was over before it even started.
Yeah.
I hit the wrong one because I'm dumb that way. But anyways, welcome to the Scott Dickie after party. We have, of course, it's this is the Scott row. I should probably change my name to Scott over here or something. But
honorary Scott.
Yeah, we got, of course, the guest of honor tonight, Scott Dickie. The guest of honor from Tuesday, Scott Smith, is with us. Apparently, he's got his cloak of invisibility on. Mr. Mikey Famine is with us. And we've got the Canadian Ollieman who's also with us. And the lovely Stephanie Helms is also with us as well. And you never know who is going to pop in here over the night. As you guys know, we usually go for about an hour and a half. So I know that Mr. Dickie here does have to help his daughter with some homework. So he'll be around for a little bit. And then he's got to go and do his dadly type responsibilities.
Exactly. So, especially the math stuff. It definitely ends up right in my lap. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm not complaining.
Is it math homework that she's working on?
Yes, AP Calc. Yep.
Oh, my brain hurts. I'm not gonna hold the fact that you're a math teacher against you. I am the one person on the planet that detests math. I'm such an artistry, music-y person, which is all math.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I can't do other math. I'm like, I should be able to connect these two somehow. My brain's like, no, you're dumb. Shut up.
But I do appreciate that you took my advice to heart and you're willing to embrace a conversation with somebody from the enemy math camp.
See, an insider math. Look
at that. I've impacted one person's life. I can hang up now. I'm out of here. Nice to meet you all. Tip your waitresses.
Mission accomplished.
Have you seen Sean Carroll breaking down the Einstein equation?
No.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He almost makes it so that you might think you might understand it. It's pretty cool.
I like it when Neil deGrasse Tyson says it, but that's only because he's my real dad.
That explains your utter lack of math ability.
Yep.
It was a trade-off.
I play I play 6 or 7 instruments. You know what I mean? And it's like I only got classically trained in trumpet, but then that translated into learning music theory and figuring out every other A squared plus B squared. I'm like, I don't know, fucking 2A plus negative. I don't know. I can't do it. Like it just doesn't connect somehow.
I bet you I can teach you some math. And you will never, ever forget it.
Hit me.
So when you get a chance, go onto YouTube and do a search for the quadratic formula song.
Yeah.
So I'll warn you ahead of time. If you listen to that song, the quadratic formula will forever hold a portion of your brain hostage.
My wife knows that song. My wife knows that song. We were trying to figure out something, and then she's just like, I was like, what the fuck? What is that? What are you doing? Y'all had songs?
See, there it is. So try it. And you'll never forget it.
Maybe I should have just had a better teacher instead of the meanest fucking woman on the planet. God, she was so terrible. She didn't give us no damn songs to help us remember shit. She just yelled at me.
But you remembered the yelling, but you see, she was just off a little bit. You remember the yelling, not the content.
Yeah, she was the lady who wouldn't get over the fact that I couldn't get my own graphing calculator by now. I was like, because I have to buy it. I work at Baskin Robbins. I make $5 an hour. Like, it's gonna take a while here, lady.
Oh, we just had a comment there. Mike, you should remix the quadratic equation song.
Yeah.
There you go.
Put some 808s in that motherfucker.
Exactly. You can revive it for a new generation.
I'll be rich by sunset.
Could happen.
Yeah, what's
so
the
someone's got this
situation
thing playing in the background, I think, because I'm hearing really late echoes.
Late echoes.
Yeah, I'm getting feedback too. Yeah.
Echoes
Feedback.
I think he means echoes when he says feedback. Feedback would be like the mic doing that thing.
I have my headphones are like 3 inches from my microphone. You think that might be it?
No.
Still got it?
Headphones are usually what stops the echoing from happening.
Ah, okay.
I muted for a while. I don't know if it made any difference.
Uh,
I got nothing going on in the background.
I blame Ollie.
yeah, it's Ollie's fault. It's always Ollie's fault. See,
Why did
Ollie
you?
did it.
Why did you do it, Ollie? But why did you do it? We already know you did it, but why did you do it?
There we go. All right.
He works in
Okay, so it's not you,
mysterious
Stephanie,
ways.
because I still hear it. So, oh, wait a minute.
Is it you?
No. No, I was just checking to make sure it wasn't on my page on Twitter, because this airs through Twitter as well.
Yeah. And they'll sneak up on you, start playing. Did you guys hear about that Disney versus DeSantis thing?
What?
No.
Another one? Oh,
I'm
goody.
curious though.
So apparently he's mad at them because they are affirming young trans folks and all folks in the LGBTQ plus, and they don't like that shit. Or DeSantis doesn't like that shit because he has his "Don't Say Gay" bill, and Disney put out a presser talking about some. Don't worry about it, guys. We're gonna do the best thing we can, and we'll take it to court if we have to. DeSantis took that personally, and now he is trying to restructure the committee that is in charge of the lands that they own, so that they can instead it's going to get rid of it's going to get rid of the Disney backed people, and it will be a committee of 5 people that he chooses.
Yeah, that was a while ago, right? Though it wasn't just this last week. It was like months ago, wasn't that? I heard that they were going. That Disney was getting some special breaks or something, and he was just going to close that loophole and take away their special tax breaks or something like that.
Yeah,
I got the article somewhere.
Disney has its own, basically, has its own special district in Orlando for everything around Walt Disney World. And
Right.
back in November, DeSantis was threatening, waving things around. We're going to take away their special privileges, and maybe it's ramped up at this point. I don't know.
Good luck with that.
Taking away
But-
privileges
Yeah.
equals persecution, right?
Yep.
Don't fight the mouse. Don't ever fight the mouse.
Yeah, if anybody's
You
going to
will
take out
lose.
DeSantis, if anybody's going to take out DeSantis, it's going to be the mouse.
It's gonna be Mickey fucking Mouse.
By the way,
Oh,
Simply
You're
Secular Dave mentioned something about hot knifing and feedback, and that just brought me back to like Thanksgiving as a child, and grandma's in the other room slicing up the turkey, and we're watching the football game, and then the static comes on. Boy, that's the comfort food of the memories right there, that hot knife. So thanks for that. I appreciate that comment.
I don't think
I
that's
think
what
he
he
was
meant
aiming
by
that
hot
comment at
knifing.
me.
It's not
Mhm.
exactly what all
He was aiming that comment directly at me because I hot knife hash.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to stop you, but it was too good.
Yeah, my grandma didn't do that, but I
No, I don't think so.
well,
That you know.
I don't
of,
know.
Scott.
That I know of, right? That I know of.
You might have
So.
liked the party.
gives a new meaning to turkey hash. It's like
Corned beef hash.
go right for it. Skip
There
the
you go.
leftover
There
part.
you
Let's
go.
go.
Right there.
That's funny.
It's breakfast time, kiddos. Who wants some hash browns?
Eh,
God, it's just a cloud everywhere, Grandma.
Yeah.
Crack a window. We're young.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
We got a lot of growing to do.
Grandma for the win.
Oh, Tim, do you want to win? Sorry, Tim. Forgot about you.
Tim wants a link.
Tim rarely comes in here.
Nobody knows my grandma now. My grandma ain't no
Nope.
grandma no more. I'm
Jeez.
all out of grandmas.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I had 4 of them. My adopted family and my biological family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Same here. They're all gone. All gone.
Last one to go. When it's funny because when they met me, when they found me back in 2000, and I met her, she didn't even know I existed. They never told her about me.
Oh wow.
Almost everyone else in the family knew, but she, being the staunch Catholic that she was,
Oh,
she
she's the one
never
that they
knew.
were hiding from.
Yeah. So she never knew, and then she finally got to meet me.
Nice Jewish boy.
Yeah. She started to cry.
Oh wow.
I'm like, oh, why are you crying? She goes, I'm angry at myself for being the way I was because I never knew about you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny
Yeah.
how, isn't it funny how that's the way things go with so many things? It's like people
Yeah.
can have these ridiculous ideas and cut themselves off from a whole bunch of joy in the world just
Yeah.
because of the stupid ideas they harbor. And then
Yeah.
when reality smacks them up to the side of the head, and it's like, and they realize what they missed, they figure it out.
Yeah. Dave's right too. Neil had enough grandmas to have his own lawn bowling team.
or maybe
It's funny
roller
you should
derby,
say
I
that.
don't know. Go for the roller
Oh.
derby team. Grandma roller derby. Let's go.
There's Michael. Hey, Michael.
No, Michael, we don't say "Cómo está." We
¿Cómo
say
está?
"How's it going, eh?"
How's it going, Dave? We
How's
say,
it going, eh?
yep.
What's up,
Unless you
buddy?
speak
How's it
Spanish,
going,
and
eh?
then you would say "Cómo estás?"
Well,
Mhm.
yeah. I speak Canadian.
Now, do you speak French too? Because like my second wife, she spoke French along with English, and she lived there.
Michael, I think a link was already sent to you.
Yeah, I just said.
Check your DMs or PMs.
Let me make
or
sure. Yeah, I got to make sure I hit
M&Ms
send.
or
I like to hit Control V and then close the window.
Yeah.
Because that's how you send things.
X, what's up, brother? Mikey about to get some Ichiraku ramen.
Ooh, that's my shiz night.
Hell yeah.
Some fucking ramen. I want to live in Japan so bad just so I can eat.
Mhm.
Just udon
That's
noodles and fucking teriyaki bowls until I fucking burst.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Bonjour is definitely Montreal because that's in Quebec, which is the French part of Canada. The rest of Canada is like whatever. Fuck French.
New Brunswick
So-
too, northern New Brunswick.
Yeah, new. Yeah.
Even though
New
I'm a
Brunswick,
quarter
yeah.
French.
Okay.
So you're from the French Quarter?
Not the talking part, right? Apparently, that's not the quarter you
Oh,
are.
I know some French, just
Yeah?
not a lot.
French
Comment
fries.
Comment allez-vous? Yeah.
Comment
stuff
allez-vous?
like that.
Well,
Quelle heure est-il?
French dressing,
Tribune. Yeah.
French.
French fries.
French dressing. Quebec. See, Quebec has its own language. It's not even French. It's Quebecois.
Wow.
Mhm.
Excellent. So
Kind
which
of
quarter?
is.
Lower right leg. That's the one. So I'm a quarter Italian, a quarter French, a quarter Welsh, and a quarter English. That's what I found out from my biological family. So
Ooh.
I'm one of them shit mixed European, colonizer type shit, right? I guess.
25% poutine. I like it. Way to go.
Michael.
Mm.
Michael, all right.
Did I get it?
That means my penis is French.
From Illinois.
Ottawa does speak French too, Faharsh, because that's where
Quebec.
Parliament is as well, so they speak French.
Well, whole Quebec is right across the river too.
True enough, yeah.
Yeah,
Not
it
the
depends on
important
which river.
Not
Not the
here in Illinois.
Detroit River,
Mhm.
There's a great website you can go to buy pens. It's called Pen Island. Check it out. www.penisland.com.
They sell pens. Is it one of those? But wait, there's more situations.
Mhm.
I've seen a commercial where they start advertising for a pen, and by the end of the commercial, there's like 50 different pens and pencils and refills and all. But wait, there's more. You get double if you call before midnight and shit like
Right.
this. That's not. Is that what Pen Island is? I can't imagine
Write
there's
it
a
down.
big margin on
Just-
selling individual pens over the internet.
Just
Right.
write it down and you'll get it.
Scott, spell that out in your head, like Pen Island, and put the word together. It literally says Penis Land.
Ah,
Like
right.
Pen Island. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's how they get you.
I withdraw my entire previous joke. So please let the record show that went totally over my head.
I
The
don't think so.
Record has been expunged. Yes.
Did we
Stricken.
do our obligatory Kent Hovind is done? Bong.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, we need to do that. He is done for.
Yeah.
Thank my
Hovind.
non-existent God.
That's hilarious.
There you go.
I'm not sure how. I mean, that guy's had more resurrections than Jesus Christ. I'm not sure.
And he
he's
will
done,
continue to
done,
do
you know?
so
I mean, I don't
as
know.
well.
It's that's pretty
He's off
optimistic.
YouTube. He's off YouTube right now. So
Yeah,
that's
it's off YouTube.
Dr. Ken Hovind. His Christian Bible college is a double wide trailer in Alabama.
Yeah.
With 2 people working in it. And he gave himself a doctoral title. I'm a doctor as of 5 minutes ago. I gave myself a doctoral title, so I'm now
Oz is a
too.
doctor.
Well, they shut down all his YouTube channels. So
Yeah.
Did they
he's
get
not
the
allowed
one
on
called
YouTube
Doc?
anymore.
Because there was one called Doc that was up still like AM this morning. It was still up.
I don't know about that.
I'd have to check that one. I reported it, so that everybody should report Doc.
Oh,
'cause that's-
good. Yeah.
You know, I think I'm going to need to duck out. Duty calls. I appreciate
said
the
duty.
camaraderie.
No problem. Hey,
Dude,
Wait a minute.
but,
I want to say hi to Scott, the nonprofit. Hi, Scott.
That's
Yeah.
me. That's me, Michael.
Yeah.
All
There we
right.
go.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
See you,
all
Scott.
right, be
Thanks,
catching
brother.
you soon. Be catching you again. All right, yeah.
All right,
people.
let's talk about him.
Yeah. I've done an episode of Nonprofits with Scott, actually. So that's when we first talked about having him come on. And then I still think that's
Year and a half
hysterical.
ago.
I just dropped the link into Scott Dickie's Facebook Messenger. I meant to send it to this Scott, but I dropped it in Dickie's. He's like, dude, I can't come on right now. What are you talking about? I said, oh, wait a minute. Wrong Scott.
Wrong Scott.
Too many
then I was able
Scots.
to-
Too many.
But yeah, so it's Scott week here on the
Yeah.
It's like Shark Week.
Sure.
All things Scottish. All
So have
things
you got
Scottish.
another Scott coming up on Saturday, Neil? Is that
I have nobody for Saturday. Hint, hint,
Oh, my.
Faharish.
We need a Scott.
Faharish. Hint, hint.
Hmm.
Actually,
Well-
I sent Faharish a message on Twitter saying I got to get him booked on because he's ex-Muslim and I need to
Yeah,
have
get
more
Farish
ex-Muslims
on. That'd be
the show.
great.
Got
What?
to have more ex-Muslims on.
this is
We'd
true?
love to have you on, Beretta.
I'm also trying to get Susanna from the Atheist Republic channel
Oh,
to come
Susanna.
on as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still
She's like,
talking
oh
to
yeah,
Frank.
she's like, oh
sorry.
yeah, just message me on Twitter there at the Atheist Republic page. So I did that, and she still hasn't seen it. It's like, and it's been a week. So I'm like, fuck, that's it. I'm coming after you.
Hey, maybe you can get Kent Hovind on. You can't get on anywhere else.
Hey, man, you really want to get back on YouTube, huh?
If you
One
can get him
exception.
to the conversion
Here's your
story.
ticket.
One exception, big guy.
They won't be looking for you here.
Yeah, come this
Edit
way.
that.
You'll have to
Suzanne's
hide like
busy
Jesus
saving the world
did.
for itself. Yeah, Suzanne's great. She's awesome.
I'm
But
still
she does
working
wanna come
Frank
on.
Derek.
Just trying to get some time. Yeah, Hovind is finally done, Sabrina. Well, we're hoping.
YouTube.
He's
Right
been
on.
booted off of almost every fucking platform you can be on.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah.
So- Yeah, and yeah, X says he'll just piggyback off Matt fucking douche canoe Powell.
No,
So-
they've separated. They're not a joint team anymore.
Oh,
They're not
they
holding
broke
hands
up.
anymore.
Well,
Oh.
don't, I heard that from somebody on YouTube.
Oh,
what do you-
I heard
like
it on
on
the
our
internet.
site.
Must
Yeah,
be
on the
true.
internet.
Must
Oh,
be true.
Eric, his son, he stole the ministry while Hovind was in prison for tax evasion. Yeah,
And
Eric
Eric, although
stole the
he's-
ministry.
He's a bit of a goof too, but he's a lot better than his dad.
Yeah. Yo, he's a big goof all the way. Exactly.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's a bit of a clown.
But Kent Hovind, he's 3-time abuser. He's had 3 wives. He would get married in his
This
kitchen.
is fair.
He would do it himself. He would read some Bible scriptures and they had their marriage. He didn't even have a
Hey,
church
remember when we were
wedding.
having fun in the after party? Oof,
Yeah.
got a little hot in here. A little
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
take it off.
Let's
All
take
right.
off all our
I was
clothes.
just making a joke.
I will
It'd
take
be,
off
you
my
know,
red
that'd be a cool. Listen, Neil. You know, if you got Kent Hovind to come over to the dark side, whoa,
Legendary.
telling you.
It'd be great.
Him and Aaron will all be drinking beer together.
Yeah, right. Or well,
Yeah.
actually doing chugging hot sauce.
What if he does?
I think
What if he
that'd be
did
the
hot
thing.
knives? He should do a new channel and make it doing hot knives with Ollie.
That's
That's the only stipulation of him getting back on the internet is he has to do hot knives with Ollie 3 times a week.
I think I just want to do an episode of that on this channel.
Hot
Hot
knives,
knives
with
with
Ollie.
Ollie. And we'll all get hot knives and do hot knives with Ollie.
Oh hell no, I won't. Who's gonna run everything? This place is gonna shut down.
Mikey, I will mail you some hash.
No,
That is a
dude,
good-
it'll be like
Good point. Good point. Good point.
It'll be like fucking COVID. It'll be like essential workers in here. Like we got like Wes is trying to break our password code so we can get in here. Slow it down.
Stoned.
Kent Stone. Very good.
Oh, yeah.
Secular Dave. Yeah, it's good.
Dave, what are you doing? Why aren't you in here?
Yeah, how come Dave's not in here? He
Yeah,
finally
yeah.
came in for
Yeah,
the other show
Dave.
a little while. Huh?
Knock knock.
Get in this
Is
show,
Dave
man.
there?
No, he's not.
Dave's not here.
Yeah.
We got to get him in.
Who is it? It's Dave, man. Let me
Is Dave
add
there?
the Stuff.
Open the
Who?
pod board.
Dave.
Oh,
Dave's not
open the
here.
pod bay doors. Al, come on. Go.
There we go.
I'm still working on trying to get you what is it, Pink Heretic? But she's real shy, and so she'd probably do it with an icon if she does it.
That's
It's
fine.
fine. A lot of people have done that. It's great.
She's got a
Cyrus
pretty
was
big-
Cyrus was an animated character.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Not when he was on my show. He wasn't.
So is Nitty.
Oh,
When
he
Nitty
just
was
that
first
was
on.
he just joined one time. That wasn't his deconversion. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, I've
you had-
never seen him for real. I've only
Cyrus.
seen his avatars. Yeah.
Cyrus was in season 1. He was like my 3rd or 4th interview
Mhm.
back in the day. So Cyrus, I've known him fucking since before I even started the channel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. His name's Chris, and everybody knows that, so I'm not doxing anything about him.
Have you had anybody from Australia? How would you do that
Yeah.
time wise?
I've had multiple people from Australia. The first one would be Notcha Witness, who I don't really see active much these days. I do it on Saturdays usually. I'll do them on the Saturdays because when it's evening time here, like 5 p.m. here, if they're Australian Western, then it's like 9 a.m. there or 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. depending on where they are in Australia because they have like 4 or 5 time zones there too.
Yeah.
So 'cause
Allegedly,
they're huge. They're huge. Yeah,
Allegedly.
well, Australia. We all know Australia doesn't exist,
it's fake.
but yeah.
Well, that's because
but yeah, that's
the
usually what I
Earth
do
is
it.
flat.
Yeah, there's
right.
flat. Yeah.
I thought that was Antarctica. Antarctica doesn't exist. You can't go
We're
there.
not going
They're
to
both
the
made
flat.
up.
It's a
Ice
big
wall.
ring
Yeah,
of
people
ice. Ring of ice.
Ram ice. Yeah.
Better than a ring of fire.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Burn,
Just ask John-
burn Ring of Fire.
I had
Just
Taco
as-
Bell the other day.
Johnny-
Johnny, a burning
Ring
ring
of
of fire.
fire. Johnny Cash.
I need some tux.
9 a.m. Harsh. Oh, so it'd have to be a weekend if you came on the show too. Then
Next Saturday. Or this Saturday.
this coming Saturday. No, I do still need somebody for this coming Saturday.
There we go.
So if any of you guys out there in the chat would like to come on the show, just let me know because I have an opening.
A bank
Actually,
error
I've got
in
a
your
few
favor.
left. I got a few left for February. I actually was able to fill it almost up pretty quickly. Plus, I started getting. I'm actually starting to get emails from people asking to come on the show now.
Oh, that's good.
$100.
It's fairly a new thing, like within the past few months, anyways.
It's usually
I
been
need
Twitter,
someone for
right?
the 11th. I need somebody for Tuesday, the 21st, the 25th, and of course the last day, 28th. Those are the 4 days I have left.
Yes, Maya Atkinson. Neil needs an interview for Saturday.
I do need an interview for Saturday. I'm not running out of atheists. There's lots of them out there. I just have a feeling some of them may not be out to their current like friends, family type thing. It could be dangerous for them. There's millions of atheists. I just, not all of them know about the show.
Ooh, brilliant idea.
Yeah, I've got a friend on Facebook. His name's Apostate Ali, but I think he lives in the Middle East. That could be a problem. But we and him talk a lot, but it might be to where he can't get on video.
Hold on. Did you ever reach out for Mark Reed? Mark Reed is one of the people I actually have scheduled for February. For
great.
the Saturday the 18th. Mark is going to be on the show, and he's the one in Australia. I have two people, I think, that are that asked to be on in the chat, and Mark was one of them, and Renell was another one, and Renell's going to be on Thursday, and then Mark will be on that Saturday. I also have Olivia Hill coming up on the 14th.
Yeah,
so I still need somebody for this Saturday.
What's her name? Blue Ninja. I can't believe I just said the other one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. You helped me set that up, Mike.
Yeah, she's a friend.
So,
I'm thinking though, if I can get Pink Heretic, she's got a huge following over on Twitter. That would be a good one. Why not? I mean,
I follow her.
Yeah, I talked to her quite a bit.
Yeah,
I've already mentioned it.
She's not been on the show, so
no, she hasn't. And I talked to her about it, and she said she doesn't like to do camera stuff, and that's when I thought, because I saw a show a week later where you guys had an icon on the screen, and that's when it dawned on me. So I'm just going to mention that to her.
Yeah, I imagine many are. I don't know if I'd say most, but a large percentage are.
Maybe half.
Need more atheists. There's Dave. Hey,
Yeah, Dave's
here, man.
Yeah, there he is. All right, Dave. All right, okay. All right, man.
It's me,
He's
Dave.
finally here, man.
I'm wearing my
Hey,
Anthony
Dave.
Omega Bosco shirt.
There you go.
Yeah, nice. I've got one of those, but it has his autograph on it.
Oh, and Dave, I just followed you on Twitter a little while ago. I was
I saw
doing
that.
my Twitter updates, so yeah, I'm connected with you now. So yeah.
I think I follow.
Careful, Scott. We're going to turn you Canadian if you keep that up.
Oh,
Why is he so
Follow
lucky?
Gia and
well,
Shannon
my,
Q,
se-
too.
my second wife was Canadian, so I had a lot of Canadian exposures. So yeah.
So you already have a comfort Canadian.
Oh yeah. I still got family. I got family up in British Columbia. My mom, her mom and daughter, and some more family. And now Pop, he died a while back, but yeah, still got family there. So yeah.
Yeah, the name you gave me for the gal that lived in Richmond.
Yeah.
The name just did not ring a bell.
Yeah, I know
And
what you mean. Yeah, I mean it might not would have. I mean they lived there for a while. Then he eventually moved to the island and took a different job. And
You're saying in the 70s, and I was fairly young in the 70s.
oh yeah, he was a year older than me. So yeah.
That was a while back when they lived.
Oh yeah, a little while back. Yeah.
When they had phone booths.
Oh yeah, so I
They-
phone booths.
They had phone booths right through to the 2000s, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got rid of them here early here.
Yeah, I
Isn't
think
there
phone
one or
booths
two
started
left?
disappearing.
Oh, you mean
There's-
those urine? You
there's
mean
a
those
couple.
urinals? Those urinals with phones in them?
Yeah, that's the
that's what they were. Yeah, because Superman didn't use them enough, so
God, every time I went to a fucking phone booth, it fucking just reeked of piss. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a terrible idea. Just put it on the wall.
Some
God,
stairwells and parkades.
yeah, fucking
I think
some
gross.
cement steps always smell like piss to me. I can look at a picture of cement steps and I smell piss.
I think
Then
that's
It's like a
and
somatic
if you-
response.
Yeah.
if you go to New York City, the urinals there have subways in them.
Rim shot.
I kind of
Subway
miss
train right there. Yeah.
Dave will know what I'm talking about because he's probably been in them. But we have this place called the Pacific Coliseum, and I think they've redone them. but it used to be just one giant wall urinal. It was all one thing, and a little trough down below. And every time you went and see a concert or a hockey game or whatever, when the Canucks play there, you had to go use the pee trough. That was the rule. You had to go and at least use it once.
There was one of them. I'm not sure which building it was. It might have been the Coliseum, but they had like the whole stainless steel trough along the wall. But the one I think you're thinking of is the one with the little 1-inch tile that was like different colors all the way. Well, it was different colors for obvious reasons, but
yeah. The Pacific Coliseum had the tiles.
Yeah.
And you had to go and pee in there if you were there. That was the rule.
Chicago's not too bad.
No, dude, I fucking hate going to fucking Wrigley, dude. I do not like.
Well, Wrigley, I don't go to Wrigley, but okay. Yeah, that's bad there.
Oh,
yeah,
it's not Wrigley Stadium.
Wrigley Field is the worst fucking stadium ever. I hate that.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've seen Comiskey Park. I've been there. I mean, around there plenty of time. When I used to go to Chicago all the time, but
yeah, I go to the Sox. I go to the Sox before I go to the Cubs. So
wasn't Wrigley Field the last major league park in the U.S. that installed lights? So they never. I think it was.
Yeah, they always had day games. They always had matinees.
Right. So they would call games on account of darkness. I remember there was a college professor that American Studies college professor at Brandeis who said, I think we need to call this argument on account of darkness, which nobody got because by that time there were lights installed in major league parks, but I thought it was really funny.
We have a ballpark here called Nat Bailey Stadium, and it's very old. It's very famous in Vancouver, to the city. People here love going to that park, but every now and then somebody drills a home run over the left field wall, and you see everybody get so excited, and they're like, yeah! And then they realize that ball went in the parking lot. And they're like, oh. My car's
windshield.
Yeah, in Boston, you don't want to park on Yawkey Way because people's windshields do get blown out on account of things going over the left field wall.
Yeah.
That's one of the things Chicago had for it. If you were a Chicago fan, there was a bunch of rooftops you could hang out and party on all around the stadium. And they were very, very famous for being the place to be.
Yeah, what a Chicago scam that is, huh? So what I want you to do is I bought this entire property line around the stadium. I'm gonna sell tickets to your game.
This is the Vancouver
from my roof.
Vancouver Canucks.
Vancouver Canadians.
Okay.
I don't know if you can read that.
Aren't they AAA or
pitch at a Canadians game?
Oh, great! All right.
You know who I used to go watch the games with, Dave? Do you remember a local band called Sons of Freedom?
Vaguely, yeah. I probably saw them once or twice down at the Yale or something like that. Yeah.
I used to go with the lead singer, Jim, all the time. Watch the games.
Canadians fan.
Yep, he was.
Nice.
Yep. He'd bring his wife, and I'd bring my friend Cam, and we'd all sit there because Cam met him through A&B Sound when they still had A&B Sound, the record place.
Right.
And we'd eat peanuts and watch the game and
Cracker
Jacks.
7th inning stretch, and then what is it? The sushi races.
Yep, sushi races. Yeah.
What the hell is a sushi race?
They only started doing the sushi races, I think, the last year that we were going there, because it's not. It's new-ish now because it's been around for well over 10 years, but still. Back in the day, like in the very late 90s, early 2000s, they didn't have the sushi race. So I think it was about 2001 or 2 that they started doing that. And that was the last year we kept going to those games because my friend Cam moved out to Abbotsford. So it was tough for him to get in.
Yeah, it's a solid hour drive from the park. Yeah.
I'm like, Cam, moving to the Bible Belt. Good for you.
The field workers, the guys who go out and rake the field, like in Vancouver, they're very, very famous. Is that common across like other parks in the United States and stuff like that, where they go out and like at the Vancouver Canadians games during the 7th inning stretch. There's a grounds crew that goes out and repairs like where guys slide into second base and all that, and they rake around the field. But they play music, like they'll play YMCA, and these guys in the middle of raking the field will stop and do a dance in the middle of the field. Oh yeah, and they do
at Fenway Park at Sweet Caroline. That's the
Oh my goodness.
Neil Diamond, yeah.
Oh God!
If I never hear that song,
I'm
again.
just saying that's what it is.
Oh, Neil, you don't like Neil Diamond?
Take the last train to Clarksville, Neil. Come on.
There's a band out here called Nearly Neil, and they do.
It's a dude that looks a lot like him too. And he does.
Caroline.
He's a Neil Diamond tribute artist. Is what he is.
That would kill me.
You got to admit the guy wrote a lot of pretty good pop songs.
Yeah,
He's a big hit writer, but I don't like him.
No.
My mom overdid him on me, so
My mom loved him too.
Good Lord. I mean,
I do know this.
Yeah, I said.
I do know this. I learned this working in the record industry. When Neil Diamond decided he was going to do a Christmas album, they wanted it. The record company wanted him to do one because he'd never done one before. He goes, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Let me check with my mom because he's Jewish. So, and I think he even threw in the dreidel song or something on that album. But
cool.
But and his mom's like, "Oh, is it going to make you even more money?" And he's like, "Yeah, well then go ahead, do it," sort of thing, right? So he had to get permission from his mom to make a Christmas album.
Sure.
There you go.
Oh, because he was Jewish, so yeah, or he is Jewish, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so he needed permission before he could go out there and record all the Christmas tunes.
Stephanie, I totally give him props. He is a great songwriter. I mean, if you look at his greatest hits, like I'm sure 10 of them stand out as something we've all heard.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, and then he wrote for other people, and then he had his own little career, and then it's like Carole King.
Carole King. Carole King's great.
Well, a way better songwriter than
today.
in my humble opinion. What?
Burt Bacharach died just today. And that's
yes, he did.
He was a wonderful songwriter.
Burt Bacharach died?
Yeah.
Who did? I'm sorry, who? Whom?
Burt
Bacharach.
Oh.
Burt Bacharach.
What you do when you're falling in love. That's one of his songs. I don't know. He's got a bunch. You can look him up.
Oh man.
He's huge.
Just watch Austin Powers. They play his music.
Yeah. Here's Burt Bacharach and Elvis Costello.
Yeah.
I saw just the other day, George Jones, I think it was, with the Rolling Stones. I think this was circa 1964 or 5. Wow. I didn't know he could sing with the Stones.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I'm a George Jones fan. I don't know about
maybe
that.
It's not. Wow. Maybe it's not. Now I'm wondering if it's George Jones. It's damn it, I can see his face right now.
George Michael.
No.
Not in 1964. It wasn't
60s,
George
yeah,
Michael.
65 maybe, but it still wasn't George Michael. It was
George Bush.
George
Jefferson.
Which one? The older or the
George
younger?
Jefferson. That's the one it was. Right
George Jefferson.
Shit, Bacharach wrote a lot of songs, man. Holy
He
fuck.
did.
Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Only
It was.
Yeah,
The
that was a
world
famous
needs now
one.
is love, sweet love, and
It was
I'll
sweet
never
love.
fall in love again.
Yeah.
And
You mean
it's all love
George
stuff. What do you
George
get when
Harrison?
you fall in love?
George Harrison. I mean, I
George
got something on
Harrison.
George Harrison.
He's
got
already
the Rolling Stones their first record deal.
Oh yes.
That may be who you're talking about.
No, it wasn't him either.
One of the Beatles. Okay.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't out of Beatles. This was like a guy that I can't think of that.
George Clinton.
No, he's a pop singer though. He was a pop singer
was
in the 60s.
George Washington. That's no.
Parliament Funk was in that piece.
I
Like
wouldn't
he
say
still-
Prince
and he
is
still
the
sings
best
to this
songwriter
day,
of
this
all
guy.
time.
I can't think of
But he
his
was
name.
damn
Oh
good.
well, George Jones has passed away. He died in 2012. So
No, then maybe
Yeah.
it's not him.
Mm-hmm.
I keep wanting to think he's saying "Hooked on a Feeling," but that's Blue Suede. But he's got that kind of a voice. Whoever I'm talking about, he's got that show tunes kind of voice. This God,
More
You
than
guys
a
should all know
feeling.
him.
That's one of my favorite songs.
very,
yeah.
very
B.J. Thomas, but he's passed away.
No. It's I'm tempted to hit Google, but
Just
What's
do
that?
it.
What do you
Just
when you
still trying to figure out who that was singing with the Stones the other day. It was just badass. It was really unexpected because it was like a pop singer from the 60s, not a crooner.
Wasn't
And that's why I
David
said
Bowie?
George.
David Bowie's dead.
No.
Okay.
No. But I am representing the Floyd.
nice? Oh,
Yeah.
you're not wearing their woke album, are you?
Oh my god,
No,
people are
the
so
one with the-
dumb. People are so dumb.
They got in trouble for changing their Twitter icon.
Did they? Why?
Oh, George
Just changed to a 50.
George Thorogood.
with a pyramid running through it with the shattered light, rainbow.
Yeah.
And so a bunch of
Yeah.
right wingers
Yeah.
were on like, fuck that, I'm not listening to you
They
anymore.
did that for it was what, the 50th anniversary or something. So they
Yeah,
did
50th
that.
anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon just recently.
Okay, Michael, you mean George Thorogood?
No.
Well,
No,
he did.
pop singer.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah.
Did you
Bad
see
bomb.
George Thorogood at Expo '86, Neil?
Yes.
Yeah, I was there too. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I barely remember it because I was really drunk.
Same.
Yeah.
I was hammered.
Barely
dude.
remember
I
because I was
just
really
hammered.
stoned.
We
Oh,
spent
well.
the whole day in the Munich
fine.
Fest House and then went over to that concert. And then we came out and, oh God, there was somebody playing in one of the outside theater things. And they had opened up the doors just to get people through the park and out. And he wouldn't stop playing. I can't remember. It was Eddie Money or somebody like that. So we hung around and watched like an hour of that after the Thorogood concert ended. Over by Science World. There was a venue over there.
I don't remember Eddie Money being there. JR, I hate to break this to you, but Geddy Lee didn't really write a lot of Rush's songs.
No.
It was Neil Peart that wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrote them all, just about.
Well, lyrics anyways, but Geddy and,
Yeah.
and Alex were in on the music part.
And in that
All the
way,
lyrics
they did
were
write
Neil
some badass stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, Rush
Rush
is
is
amazing.
great.
Yeah, he was the best bass player and best drummer to ever live.
But now the drummer, he died, what was it, a couple of years ago?
About
Yes.
Yeah.
About a year and a
I
half.
hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a year ago.
Man, I hated
Neil
that.
Peart. All the cool Neils are dying. I'll try to stay alive, guys. I promise.
We need
Stay
to-
alive, stay alive. We need you.
Ha, 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 ha,
You're
stay
captain.
alive,
You're
stay
captain of the
alive.
Enterprise here. You know.
Enterprise.
Yeah.
No,
the
me and my
Enterprise.
buddies, we all rented this house together, and we thought that the name of the street was kind of a cool name, and we had 4-digit address numbers. So ours was the NCC 4411, NCC 4411, the USS Afton. The
There
name
you
of the
go.
road we lived on was Afton, and we all have. I still have mine. Star Trek uniforms, like Next Generation ones.
Oh, there you go.
Well, Neil, if you do ever happen to pass away, we can always have Randolph step in and deep fake you.
Fair enough.
We'll just swap Neil out with somebody else and never mention the swapping of people.
Yeah, he'll still be Neil, the 604 Atheist. Still be the same thing.
I'll just start saying, "Hi guys, I'm Neil, the 604 Atheist, and welcome to Deconversion Stories."
Olivia's
And just
singing
act like
with me.
that's always how it's always been.
Hi, Olivia.
Yeah, she's singing with me.
With the little
That's
Max
me
head-
singing in the intro and outro too, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
So I can actually sing a little bit. Dave still hasn't come to any of our fucking rehearsals.
Yeah.
Can't write in
haven't,
chat.
have I?
The hell?
I know, right?
Randolph's been to more than you, and he's been to 2.
Dude. Yeah.
No, Neil, I've been wanting to tell you your intro song to to the show That's great. I love that. I love it.
Which one? Which show?
Well,
Oh.
not the Disco Party, but your actual show. That intro is really great. I like
Yeah, who
that.
does the music for
Oh.
that?
Yeah, who does that?
That's a song called Tangled. I wrote the lyrics and I wrote the riff for the chorus, but then my guitar player Chris wrote the rest of it.
Yeah. Oh,
Tight.
great. That's great. I like it. Yeah.
Irish Swede. I just want to say my sister grew up in Minnesota. Well, that's where I was born, but I was moved out of there young. She stayed there, and she got to see Prince like around town all the time on the what do you call it, the public bus system and the trains or whatever. She said she'd see him everywhere.
Probably the
Prince.
best guitar player ever. He's so good.
Who?
So good.
Prince?
Prince, yeah.
I don't know. He was the best guitar player. He was
he was
better.
dude.
He was a better guitar
Prince
player
was
than you would
amazing.
have thought he was going to be. He was really good, but I couldn't put him up against like Hendrix or.
He was
I don't know. I
He
might
was
agree with that.
he was pretty goddamn good. I'd say his cover of "While My Guitar Gently Weeps."
Oh, so
Yeah, I saw
good.
that.
Fuck.
Yeah, I saw that.
So good. I don't know. I hate to break this to you, Michael, but I think if Hendrix were alive today, he'd probably be like, that kid is good. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, there are other guitar players that I wish were still alive. Like Randy Rhoads was a phenomenal guitar player.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Very,
one
very
of my
excellent.
all-time fucking favorites.
When you guys were
You know-
seeing, who did you guys see at that George Thorogood? I was going to say I had tickets, but everybody says this. I can't prove it. I don't have the tickets, but I had tickets to the infamous show in Wisconsin, which is only a state over from where I live. That's the only place you could have seen him that year. I had tickets for that show.
For third.
They once
Stevie Ray died.
asked Eric Clapton, so what's it like to be the best guitar player in the world? And he said, I don't know. You'll have to ask Prince.
Prince.
Tip of the hat to Irish Swede, Mahu Vishnu, John McLaughlin. Wonderful.
Oh, John
guitar
McLaughlin
player.
was a phenomenal
Terrific
guitar player.
guitar player.
There's so many good ones. Like Ry
Yeah.
Cooter is another one.
There's another one.
Dana,
Somebody
talking
mentions
slide
Prince,
guitar,
and I go,
Dwayne
yeah,
Allman.
that guy could play a mean guitar. You know, it's just
Oh,
really,
fuck
really
yeah.
good.
Dwayne Allman would be the top if you're talking about slide guitar, right?
Bonnie Raitt's close.
Bonnie Raitt's amazing.
Yeah,
The
Bonnie
singer,
Raitt's good.
just fucking phenomenal.
So I heard a rumor that the person who had played session music on more albums than anyone else in North America was Joe Satriani.
Wow.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Didn't he
I
teach
forget
like
his-
10 of the greats? He taught 10 of the great guitarists that are out there playing right now. Kirk Hammett.
I forgot.
I wish I could name them right now.
I forgot the guy's name, but the Phil Collins bassist, the guy with the long white beard, he's recorded something like 1,500 albums, like as a studio bassist.
Studio
Yeah,
session music.
session
Yeah.
musicians can
Wow.
make good money, dude.
He goes.
My
with
drummer does
Phil
that.
and with Springsteen, like he's the guy, and he has 4 basses. He's like, I've switched them out a couple of times, but yeah, I have these 4.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Peter
would have
Steele was
1
great.
million basses.
One
Fuck,
of the
that guy's
best
voice was deep.
One of the best bassists I've ever seen in my life was last year when we went down to Portland and we saw the Bare Naked Ladies. Their young bassist was just killing it with the music. He picked up another instrument. I think he played the guitar later on and may have played some percussion. But on stage, his presence, like just having fun with the band and enjoying the crowd and getting the feedback, rarely have I ever seen a concert musician as a bassist that good. He was amazing.
Geddy Lee was pretty damn close. I saw them like 4 or 5 times, and the way he interacted with the audience, even in a theater filling, I don't know, 100,000, I mean, whatever the biggest theaters are, he was that good too. Oh, and if you've ever seen the gal that plays for or played for Jeff Beck before he died, her name is Taj something. Ho! If
She
you
was
have not
on,
seen her,
She was on one of the late night shows sitting in with the band. I think it was just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
she's
Stephen,
crushing
was
it.
Stephen
She's
Colbert's
probably
show.
she's probably better than any bass player I've ever heard, but I haven't seen her enough to know that I would want to like see her in concert. But she's badass.
Yeah, she's super talented. Yeah. I don't play any. I have a recorder. That's about it.
Well, that's important. That's the stepping stone.
I'll drop it over here in the main one. I hear you guys' conversations about great guitarists. I leave this without comment. I mean,
Well, that makes me curious. Who's your favorite guitarist?
I mean, you guys
Wes
can talk
Borland.
about.
Yeah, I would agree with Sweet on that. Wes Borland, underrated bassist from the 90s. Definitely. Yeah. Come on, man. Les Claypool.
Oh, yeah. Wait. My sister lives out in California and lives in the town where all the dead retired. Well, that's not just the dead living there, too. That's also Les Claypool lives in that town. So my nephew went to school with Les's daughter, and they dated. I'm not shitting. Yeah. That's a weird connection there.
We lost Stephanie. Oh, she's back.
Oh, there she is.
I clicked the wrong button.
Okay. A glitch.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Olivia, it's Ronnie James Dio.
Ronnie James Dio. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites.
And that's actually not his real name. Dragon Force. Yeah. The guitarist from Dragon Force.
Herman Lee.
Yeah. A friend of mine played for them, actually. Oh, this is a while back.
If you guys haven't heard of Polyphia yet, you should check out Polyphia. They have a song with who is that they did one with?
Is that 7-string music?
8.
8-string music.
Yep.
What do you guys think of that band, The Who? Not Roger Daltrey Who, but the HU, The Who.
Oh yeah,
those guys they're really good.
I like them.
Yeah, my roommate went and saw them. She said it's one of the best fucking shows she's ever seen.
Oh, they would be awesome live. Oh, they have Polyphia has a song called Ego Death that came out a couple months ago with Steve Vai.
Oh, really?
Steve Vai. He was taught by the guitarist we mentioned earlier. That I said taught like 10 famous people. Yeah.
Great.
Ronnie James Dio. His last name was Padavona.
Yes. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Born in New Hampshire. Yeah.
He's been involved in music since the 50s, and he was actually in one of those 50s bands as a singer.
Oh wow.
Doing like doo-woppy kind of shit when he first started.
Wow. I came to know him in '85. Holy Diver, that album.
Oh, see, I knew him before that with Rainbow and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
Rainbow.
Blackmore and Rainbow.
Man on the Silver Mountain. Richie Blackmore.
Then he sang for Sabbath. Sabbath was two of my favorite Sabbath albums.
Heaven and Hell.
Yeah.
I gotta throw in John Entwistle as a really great
phenomenal bass player.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I gotta throw in Jaco Pastorius as well.
Oh yes. Oh, how can we even forget him?
Right, Jaco. Yeah.
Who?
Jaco Pastorius. Come on.
Well, I mean, if we're getting technical, who's that guitar player from the 30s that played with 2 fingers? Django Reinhardt.
Oh, Django Reinhardt.
I'm sorry, nobody can top that. 2 fingers, and he sounded like Eddie Van Halen up and down the neck. He did.
In a time when they didn't even do shit like that, which made him kind of unique.
Or less.
And he had 3 fingers. He had 3 fingers, Michael. He had 3 fingers.
3 fingers. Okay.
Now, anybody fans of a Cheap Trick?
Yeah, they live.
Are you talking Rick Nielsen?
Rick Nielsen. The 6-neck guitar.
Yeah.
He would play it with just his fingers on the frets.
Yeah.
They live in Rockford.
I saw him in concert one time.
They live in Rockford, which is just down the street. And I swear to God, if you go into that town and you go anywhere in that town, you're apt to run into one of them because
I've been to Rockford a couple of times. Yeah.
They're very low key people.
Wow.
For how famous they are.
Wow.
When I used to work in North Vancouver, there's a very famous bridge out here that traffic just gets snarled in the afternoon on, called Lionsgate Bridge.
Lionsgate.
So I'm going over the Lionsgate Bridge from North Van into the West End where I lived at the time. And there's like 5 lanes merging into 4 lanes into 3 into 2 all the way down. And so you see the same cars next to you kind of shuffling back and forth. So it's summertime. I'm driving I had a Ford Escape that had a 1400 watt stereo in it and a big 10-inch sub in the back. So all of a sudden, you're listening to whatever music. It doesn't matter what the traffic report is. You're screwed anyway, doing 1 mile an hour. So all of a sudden, Lunatic Fringe comes on and I'm like, yes. And I just spin the volume up. I got the sunroof open. I got the windows down. And this just starts banging away in the car. And a black Jaguar in the right lane swerves like right in front of me, nearly hits me and like zigs out of the way. And I look up, I'm like, the fuck? And the guy looks at me and does this. I'm like, hey! It's Tom Cochran.
Oh, man. Wow.
That's a good story.
No, on YouTube one time I talked with Aldo Nova.
Yeah.
I talked with him.
Life is just a fantasy.
Fantasy. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I still say that's there's lots of songs with really cool intros, but that's still one of the best intros to a song.
Oh yeah. When he's got the video, he's got the guitar, it shoots out laser beams or something. Why, but
He's got the helicopter and the lightning.
Yeah, the helicopter.
Yeah,
And Aldo Nova. But yeah, I talked with him. I thought, oh, cool. Wow, damn it. I had that cassette, So like,
me too, buddy. And I think it's probably his only hit was Mirror Man. No, that's Prism.
Yeah, it was kind of tough for him.
Probably his big hit.
That was his big hit, yeah. Fantasy.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But that was a lot of what I call musical genius, that he had. So.
Yeah. Well, real musical geniuses actually have staying power.
Yeah. He had.
That's true.
He had a sound.
Aldo Nova
I'll give him that.
Counter argument, Miles Davis.
Miles Davis.
Miles Davis
Miles
really good.
was
Yeah.
Jazz. Yeah.
So amazing.
Fuck yeah. I love
Take
Miles.
5. Take 5.
I mean,
One of my all-time favorite albums, still in my top 10 of all time, is Kind of Blue.
I think I'm gonna start doing that as an interview show on the bin. I'm gonna start like making you guys list your top 10 favorite albums and all that stuff. And yeah, I think that'd be good.
That's fun.
And it's nice to know like your own stuff, like put on a graph. Like, oh, yeah, that looks about right.
One of my all-time favorite albums has to be Brothers in Arms, Dire Straits.
Oh, yeah, Dire Straits, yeah.
Oh, that's a good album.
That's good album.
We got to install microwave ovens.
So I got a goofy story with that song. When I was first in a band, that song had just hit. And we didn't know who the 3 of us was going to be the singer. So we all decided to take a song home and learn it. So I learned the vocal to that one. And I'm the guitar player in the band. Of course, we have a bass player and a drummer. I said 3 beats, right? Anyways, we start doing that song. I start doing the intro. And as soon as the intro ends, I step up to the microphone. I said, nope. And that was about the only time I ever sang. Nope. I give it to you, Neil. That's ballsy to be able to get up there and sing. I just don't.
I love it. I love doing it.
I'll hide behind the guitar every day, my friend.
Fun,
it seems less personal. I don't know.
Let me,
I bet you could have nailed it.
Gajira's great. Don't know much about Avatar, but Tool is really good. Tool is really good. I've seen them. I saw them. See, working in the record store back in those days was great because you'd get these albums that come out and nobody had ever heard of them. And the EP that Tool released, Opiate, came out, and I was like, oh, who the fuck are these guys? Looks kind of neat. So I threw it in the CD player in the store and started playing Tool in the store. And Opiate became one of my favorite albums. And then of course they released not Anima, but the one before
Anima.
Yeah.
Anima.
It's spelled A-E-N-I-M-A.
Not enema.
No, it just sounds like enema.
Ah,
That's
shit.
Wait for it.
And I'm like, smooth your colon.
Real quick
Sober.
to
The song Sober.
No, it
was
was
on it.
Tool Enema.
colon had to be colon.
Hi,
Okay,
come
all
on.
right, there we go. All right.
Not a semicolon, just Tool :
It's a semicolon. It's a little smaller one.
Real quick to Blue Ninja all the way with Dio. Yeah, right there with you. Right there with you.
That Dio's phenomenal.
Dio's great. Yeah. Wow.
One of the best rock voices that there ever was.
Absolutely. Nobody can do him. Nobody can do him.
Are any of you
I don't
guys Motorhead fans? You Lemmy fans?
Yeah, I remember Motorhead.
Motorhead
Remember
was
them? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fans of Neil.
Have you heard the
Hold on. I gotta see if I can get the microphone high enough.
Neil's gonna do something.
The Ace of Spades! The Ace of Spades!
Yep, you got it.
All right.
have you heard Slash's Duets album,
Mhm.
where he did the song Doctor with Lemmy? It is by far my favorite song that he's ever done.
Also, you guys are very disrespectful to Tom Morello.
Oh, shit.
I like Lemmy had an interview where he was like
Innovator
reading
player,
letters from
for sure.
fans, and a
Yeah.
black kid had written in
That's
and
right.
said that his friends teased him for being into metal. And Lemmy went off on like a 5-minute rant about how it doesn't matter what color your skin is, you can love whatever music you love, and you can have whatever friends you want. So fuck them. And it's pretty good.
Right.
The fact that people need to say shit like that still bothers me.
You know,
Right.
It was the 80s though. I could tell that video was, or he was.
Is it that
I
long
think it
ago
was.
that he said that? Jeez. I remember that interview. It was like, that was beautiful. Swear words and all needed to be in there. Just the way he said it was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, Hellbound.
Yeah, I gotta give Avatar a try. I saw Tool. The first time I ever saw Tool live was during I think the second Lollapalooza tour. They weren't even on the main stage; they were on the side stage. So I was like, I could reach out and touch them. And I was one of like 7 or 8 people in the audience watching them, and all 7 of us, of course, had Tool shirts on. I think we were the only Tool fans there at the time because they were still really young and still unknown, I guess, because they had just released Opiate. Like the album with Sober hadn't even come out yet. Just watching them there, and of course I saw them again in BC Place with somebody else I can't even remember. Or sorry, not BC Place, the Forum. I saw them at the Forum, and I think they were playing. They were on there with fuck else was with them. Chevelle, I think, was with them. This is a little later on, and I think
Chevelle was badass.
Chevelle was pretty good too. Yeah. There was another band too for the Life Making. I was so stoned, so I don't remember. But Tool was phenomenal. And then I saw him with a Perfect Circle, and he sang facing away from the audience the entire show. His back was to the audience. It was funny.
Oh, right on, Hellbound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wish I
JR.
still had my old Tool t-shirt.
Did you ever see Ozzy? Somebody just mentioned Ozzy.
Oh yeah, dude, I
saw him.
met Ozzy.
Did you really?
I had muffins and coffee with Ozzy.
Get the out of here.
Come on now.
Another
Yeah.
record
Aren't you
store.
saying fuck?
Another record store story. Working there. I was at the counter. This guy comes in. He's got long blonde hair and his bell bottoms and ripped up shirt and stuff like that. And he's digging through the bargain bin of the cassettes. And I'm like, Steve, keep an eye on this guy because I didn't recognize him. Keep an eye on this guy. He comes up and he's got Archangels, which is a Ry Cooder project, which is a phenomenal album, by the way.
Yeah.
Archangel. And Stevie Nicks' greatest hits on cassette. CDs were out by then, but they're on cassette. I'll take these 2, he says. I'm like, yeah, sure. Oh, fuck, this Archangel is a great album. He goes, oh, yeah, I know. Throws down his platinum Visa. I pick up the Visa. It's still back when you had to use those machines.
Yeah.
And I look at the card and I go,
And it was him.
Ozzy Osbourne.
no, Ozzy's not blonde. Zachary Philip Wilde. Like
God
Ozzy's guitar
Damn,
player?
Zach Wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Talking about Ozzy though, he just announced a couple of weeks ago that he was done touring, right?
Yeah. That's why
Sure.
somebody just brought him up in chat.
Yeah.
I saw him 3 times, and
Oh,
I
I was
never-
going to get tickets to see him in Atlanta. It was like in 1986. And he did a concert in Nashville, and he collapsed and had to go back home to England. So the Atlanta concert was canceled.
you've got to be kidding me. That's an Ozzy story I have, and I think it's from '86 too. You'd have to look up what year was.
Yeah.
What year was the Bark at the Moon tour? Was that '86?
I want to say 86.
Yeah, it might have been because so I saw him, and his guitar player, who was new, had just taken over for Randy.
Yeah.
What was he? Jakey Lee.
Jakey
It was.
Lee.
Okay.
It
Jakey
was.
Lee.
Yeah.
So he's there. He had broken
It was
his hand
84,
the
not
week
86.
before my concert, and he passed out on our stage. Well, he had a fit of alcohol. Ozzy comes out. He's like, "Yeah, he was drinking and he was on painkillers. Sorry, we're gonna have to cancel the show. Y'all get a free one when we come back through." And that was here in Chicago.
Oh, man, I was like, see, that year I got to see Judas Priest. Thank God I got to see Judas Priest at least. But I wanted to see Ozzy, but it got canceled, so I couldn't go to it. So.
The Bark
saw-
at the Moon tour ran from November 10th, 1983 to January 19th, 1985.
Okay.
Okay, well, whatever was
Right in
afterwards,
there.
I guess.
I saw
No,
Judas
really,
right in the
you-
ballpark.
Turbo around
You
then.
never got to breakfast with Ozzy. You were in the middle of the
No,
story.
Breakfast with Ozzy is a trip.
How did that?
Yeah.
You guys mind if I finish the story now?
Please, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead. Sorry.
Man, come on, let's go.
They forgot they didn't get the end of it yet.
Right. You just met Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, like, the Zach Wild, like Ozzy's guitar player. He's like, yep. I go, is Ozzy with you? He goes, yeah, it's just around the corner at the muffin shop. Steve, I'm taking my break. I go, Steve's like, I get it, man. Go on. And I went over there, and sure enough, there's Ozzy sitting there. They were recording Mama, I'm Coming Home. That song was being recorded at that time in Richmond, where I lived. So they were at this guy's house who had a studio, and they were recording it there. And they were just over doing some shopping and getting some food. So I sat down for about 15 minutes with Ozzy, and he kind of told a funny story about back in the day, what they used to do with their roadies and stuff. They used to get them to do all kinds of crazy shit for them and whatnot. So heard a couple of stories there and shook his hand. And this is, I'm not going to say long before, but shortly before he started sounding a bit more like Sharon, that kind of thing. He was before that stage, so he could still actually talk a little bit more cohesively. So
Yeah.
And he was super cool. Zach was super chill. Yeah, great guys. And that's one of my brushes with celebrities.
That's totally
Wow.
fucking cool.
That's
And
incredible,
see.
man. That's incredible.
I think I trade.
Never had coffee taste so good.
Yeah. I think I'd almost trade that. I worked at a hotel when I moved out to LA to try and be in a band, and right after high school, I moved out to Hollywood in 1990, and I worked at 1989 actually, and I worked at a hotel in Beverly Hills, a really upscale hotel, and we'd get a lot of
Beverly Hills. Come on, really?
yeah, we'd get a lot of big name people. But it was the second week I was working there, they told me that we had a long-term resident that just pretty much stayed there, which I still don't understand to this day, because I know he's got estates all over that have got to be incredible. But it was Stevie Wonder. And so, like, the first time he came down by himself, walked himself down the cane, and he asked for a paper. And the first thing that came to my head was to be like, Stevie, you can't read that paper. And he slapped me with the cane and said, give me my paper, boy. And so we did that for like the next 3 months until I started working there. That became like a little thing.
You know that he has like an entourage that travels with him, right? When he goes out and stuff like that. Stevie Wonder.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm sure,
those are the guys that read the paper to him. So
yeah,
give him his
no,
damn
I
paper.
didn't think he was taking it back and reading it himself. In Braille.
I don't know. That proves that is another cog in my another piece.
Oh yeah,
on my
Mikey's got this
corkboard with
theory
the
that
red
he's actually
string.
not blind.
He's never said it.
Well, that's fair, but I think people get the gist.
Oh, Judas Priest concert. Great concert. 80,
Oh, well, Dave. Now, Dave, that didn't happen to me.
Hey, Francesca, how are you? Yes, it has been a while. Hope you're well, sir. I've met other like famous-ish people too. Like one of the, I guess weirdest one, not weirdest, but you'd look at me and not think that I met this guy, Tom Jones.
Oh yeah.
He's
That's who
actually-
was singing for the Stones. Now I'm going to Google it. I swear
Oh,
to God, it was
really?
Tom Jones. Yeah, it was bizarre.
Tom Jones is
She's a
very good
lady.
friend.
Yeah, sings for the Stones.
He's very good friends with my cousin Jackie Cohen. So, and Dave knows who the Cohen family is. They're the ones that own the Army and Navy, right?
Honky Tonk Woman. You got to look it up. No, maybe that's not it. Oh, Jesus.
It's not unusual. Was that him?
It's not unusual to be loved by
Loved
anyone.
by anyone.
That was one of Tom Jones's
That's
hits.
Tom Jones.
But,
Duck Dodgers theme song? What's that?
Duck Dodgers theme song? Get out of here! Really?
Is that a cartoon?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Sorry, Francisca. Sorry.
Mm.
My bad.
Is Duck Dodgers a cartoon? What is that? I'm not
It's a
familiar.
cartoon, yeah.
Yeah.
Duck Dodgers in the 25th and a half century.
Oh, now I remember.
24th,
Yeah.
Daffy Duck.
Yeah. It's one of a couple of the episodes you have Marvin the Martian in there, and Marvin's like my favorite guy.
Yeah.
The Martian, yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I got Marvin everything. I had a t-shirt for years, and I got to find another Marvin the Martian.
Oh, he's got the little Roman helmet on.
Team Kazoo here, man.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
No,
That's
see, I
great.
just could do him and say, the Elodium Cube Explosive Space Modulator. I mean,
The
you do like that, right?
XP710.
Yeah.
You make me very angry, Earthling.
Yeah. It blocks my
I'm going to blow up the Earth.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Then Bugs Bunny says, it does. Hey, Doc, that crack you made about blowing the earth up and everything. Oh, classic cartoons. Classic.
I love that episode of Rick and Morty where they're like, all right, Rick says to Morty, all right, Morty, let's get out of here and we'll blow this universe to kingdom come.
There he is. That's him, all right. Delays.
there he is. That's
Yep.
That's your boy right
That's
there.
the guy. That's the guy right there. I'll tell you. Yep.
Not unusual to be blowing up the Earth.
Nice.
What's Opera Doc is indeed one of a classic of the genre.
Oh, what's Opera Doc? Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good.
Oh,
That's
what's
someone
up?
else I met.
Somebody ought to play it for Ron DeSantis.
Mel Blanc.
See how that goes.
No, not Mel Blanc. I met not Carl Stalling. He did the music. Director.
Michael Bay.
No. For Warner Brothers cartoons.
Michael Jordan.
Shush you.
Space Jam.
I get that. No. Charles Schultz. Charles M. Schultz. Chuck Schultz.
Peanuts guy.
My dad-
Snoopy.
My dad and I
Snoopy.
went to see him because he went
Mr.
on this
Snoopy.
Mhm.
he went on this tour showing all the cartoons and stuff that he directed for Warner Brothers, which included some of the Marvin ones, What's Opera Doc, one of the Pepe Le Pew ones, and he did a lot of the direction for Warner Brothers there. And my dad and I stuck around afterwards, and we just walked right up to him, started yakking with him, and he gave us these posters and signed them for us. And I have no fucking clue what I did with mine. It's around here somewhere, but I've never took it out of that box since I got it, so it's in pristine condition. And fuck, he's a cool guy. My dad and I sat there for probably another half an hour after the show ended. He finally was like, listen, guys, I got to go. And I'm like, oh, shit, yeah. What are we thinking? You get the hell out of here. Pleasure to meet you. Great show. And that's all that. And we got to watch cartoons with Charles M. Schultz.
Wow.
That
Wow.
was pretty cool.
That's
man.
very cool.
Charlie Brown
Anybody
never got
know,
to kick
but-
that
But
football.
but Charles Schultz patterned Linus after Neil.
Huh?
Charlie Brown and Lucy.
Linus. Oh,
Well,
Or maybe it was Schroeder. Maybe you were Schroeder. I don't know.
yeah, Schroeder he played the piano,
Yeah, he did.
had the statue
Not
of
Schultz.
Beethoven.
Well, not Schultz. Jones. Chuck Jones. Charles M. Jones. Not Schultz.
There you
Schultz
go.
was the Peanuts. You're right.
I was gonna
Right.
say
Chuck
wait a
Jones.
minute.
Chuck
Being misled.
Jones.
Yes. Yes. I don't know why the hell I said Schultz.
I'm messed up. I'm messed up now. I can try to think who.
Nope. He's still Mr. Snoopy to me. Chuck Jones made Snoopy. Neil just told me.
Chuck Jones, Looney Tunes.
Oh, okay.
Charles
He's
Martin
Looney Tunes
Jones
artist.
was an
Okay.
American animator, director, and painter, best known for his work with Warner Brothers Cartoons, the Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies, and series of shorts.
That's right. I remember the credits now. I remember the credits. Chuck M. Jones, right?
Chuck M. Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
And one of my favorites that he actually showed on the little tour he did is, the one where they're running up and down the stairs, go, do, 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 click, do, 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 click. Then he would run up the stairs and he'd say the word click, and then Daffy would get fucked up and fall down the stairs. He did that one.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, I have that music with the sound effects on my Carl Stalling CD. So it's got the do, 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 click, do, 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 click on the CD, which is hilarious. Yes, Chuck Jones. I don't know why the hell I said
Chuck Jones. I just now remembered. Yeah.
What a wild
Spike
way
Jones.
what a wild way to make a show, because everything was so like there was so much musicality to all the instrumentation. So
yeah,
and they're doing that all with fucking ink. Like if you
yep,
cartoon like Looney Tunes is art. I don't care what anybody says. It is such a quick, beautiful array of what creative people can do.
Yeah.
The early Disney stuff. Same
yeah.
deal. I mean, Fantasia is an amazing piece of art.
Just gonna say, I have a friend who's got an actual color. What do they call it? The cellophane color sheets from Fantasia. It's got Mickey on it with the broom, which is pretty cool. It's the one that they actually used
frame by frame by frame.
Yeah.
By
right.
frame. All of that's inked. All of that's done by people.
Yeah.
By human hands.
Yeah. And they made it look so cells. Thank you. Yes, animation cells. He has one. It's fairly large one. Mickey's about yay big in it, and it's a fairly sizable size. He's got it not autographed, but framed and up on the wall in his quote unquote man cave, I guess. But it cost him some money. I think it cost him about $6,500 to get that. So, yeah, they're not cheap if you want to get authentic cells from the actual movies. They're not cheap. I know we had a shop here in Vancouver. It's gone now. But they had cells like from movies and stuff like that. And they had like Flintstone ones and Looney Tune ones. Johnny Quest I saw there. They even had some old Saturday morning cartoon type cells and stuff. Right. And there was a Flintstone one with Fred and Barney on it that I really, really wanted. And I never ended up picking up. It was $2,500. And that was in the 80s. Okay. So put that in today's money. That might as well be $1 gazillion at this point.
Is that Canadian?
Yeah, Canadian. So it's 2,500 Canadian, but it was a black and white cell.
$14 American.
It was a black and white cell.
Well, nice.
Remember when I mentioned that they used to do cigarette commercials with the Flintstones? It was one of those ones. Where they were holding
I
the
saw
Lucky
those.
Strike
Yeah,
cigarette pack, and I was like, "Fuck, I want one of those." Sim Sullivan, love Johnny. Oh yeah.
I was just looking to see if I had any Marvin the Martian comics, but I don't have any. I was gonna see if I could get them over to you.
I had some,
but I found the Great Gray Babe.
Oh, Great Babe.
Oh yeah, Great Babe. Yeah,
Great Babe.
And Woody Woodpecker.
Yep.
Oh, of course.
Chippendale.
Oh, I had that one.
I got a couple of those Chippendale ones here.
Oh, I've got a lot of comic books.
That's a much different thing nowadays, though.
I got old Superman.
Oh, I love Tom and Jerry.
And
I brought them up.
Heckle and Jekyll.
Yeah.
Heckle and Jekyll,
Heckle and Jekyll, yeah.
But the just underrated hero of them all, Underdog.
There's no need
Underrated
to fear.
hero.
Underdog is
here.
I
He's
like
humble and
Underdog.
lovable.
Yeah, I did.
When I was little, my favorite superhero, other than the usual DC or Marvel ones, was in cartoons, anyways, was Mighty Mouse. I even went as Mighty Mouse for Halloween one year. Here I come to save the day.
Oh yeah.
I like
I used to,
Well,
I used to watch the, I used to watch the
Saturday.
cartoons early 70s. I watched the cartoons on
Oh, yeah.
TV
I
in
used to-
black and white.
I liked Underdog and I like Mighty Mouse and I like Gumby because they were all small and I was a really short kid. So I was like, oh yeah. I was like, fuck off, Batman.
Small.
I got-
What about
Yeah.
Adamant? Up and Adam,
Yeah,
Adamant.
Adamant.
We didn't. They wanted. That's when Boomerang came out, and then they were like, "Hey, give us
Boom,
$700. Give us $700 a
boom,
month,
boom.
and we'll let you watch all these retro
Keep
cartoons." And I was
on
like,
flying
"Can we?"
down
And they're like,
the-
"If you
Oh.
don't sit your dumb ass down and watch that Nickelodeon."
Was that was Boomerang a channel? Like a channel?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it was
had,
a
and it had
cartoon
Oh.
channel. Yeah,
it was like
part of cable.
pure. It was like pure Hanna-Barbera shit, like on a
cool.
loop. Like it had like wacky races and speed
Oh,
races.
nice.
Like it had all of that stuff on there. But I was like, man, can we get that channel? And they're like, no, we're not getting. This is a $1 trillion in 1997.
So was the show,
Jabberjaw. Jabber,
the
jabber,
show
jabber,
called
jabber,
Boomerang?
jabber,
Was
jaw.
that a Canadian show then, or
I think Boomerang may have been a Canadian show.
oh, okay?
I never heard of
That's
that.
what
I
I thought
still-
you meant. Yeah.
I still remember the theme song for it.
Go. You're the singer.
Pretty sure it was a Canadian show. What? Bee boom boom, bee boom boom. Bees keep on flying round the room. R-A-N, R-A-N. Mother will catch you fast as she can. Hang on. What was it? I can't remember.
I can't remember which show it was filmed for, but I think it was Zoom, and that was out of Ontario. But when I worked at the PNE
Zoom.
back
Yeah.
like 1982, 83, something like that, they pulled me out of working at the concession stands for a day, and I went around with Terry David Mulligan and filmed like 10 different scenes around the park with him.
Right on.
But yeah, we had a show called Boom. That's what Neil and I immediately, when you said Boomerang, we were thinking of the TV show. You know, Canadian TV. It's all
No, I don't want the fucking movie Boomerang from 2019, you stupid thing.
Eddie Murphy in
No.
Boomerang.
Oh, for
This
fuck's sake.
is Movie Line.
Whenever I think of Canadian TV, I think of Kids in the Hall.
Yeah,
That's-
Kids in the Hall.
I love
Be right
that.
back.
I love him. That was some
Kids in the
good
Hall,
TV.
SCTV.
Boomerang.
Scott Thompson.
That's CTV.
Let's see.
Scott Thompson.
These are the Daves I know. I know. These are the Daves I know.
Dave's on Yeah.
They
Wasn't there
would
one-
dress up like girls all the time. They do like Monty Python.
Oh, it wasn't
Yeah, they did.
Canadian, Dave. It
No.
wasn't. It was done in Seattle.
Yeah, because the two of our channels were
Close enough. Close enough.
So it was done in Seattle, and it was aired on Como 4.
Yeah, we used to get
Yeah.
Como and King and something else. I can't. The local
KVOS
KVOS, yeah,
and KCTS, the public PBS.
the public channel, yeah. That doesn't count.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because we got
Holy
like
shit.
almost live in that when it was out brand new, and that was just ridiculously good.
Oh, that's right. They had a puppet on that show too, Norbert. Remember that? He kind of
On,
looked like a
Boomerang,
kinda
yeah,
looked like a twisted version of Bert from Sesame Street. Holy fuck, man! And he was a little shithead too, if I remember correctly. He was always getting in trouble.
Yeah.
He looked like Bert was acted like Ernie, I guess you could say. Always getting in trouble.
Oh yeah. The joys of reliving our youth.
Oh,
What's
Francesca,
up?
I just saw your request to come and hang. You're always welcome to do that, but we're going to be ending this in about 5 minutes. Because
Hopefully next time. Hopefully.
Yeah, next time you can definitely jump in here.
Neil, wasn't it you that posted about the big wheel the other day that you saw one
Yeah.
on the show?
Yeah, London Drugs on 41st near Arbutus.
Yeah.
That one that's kind of tucked in behind everything.
Yeah.
And I'm walking through there, and I was looking for some, because London Drugs seems to always have these good deals on some Lego sets you can't find anymore. They didn't this time, but they did have one of the Wakanda Forever sets that I wanted. It's one of the only sets right now you can get that has Namor, so I got that one.
Uh-huh.
And it was on sale too. It was only like $30, I think, and normally it's 40 something. So, and then I look up and there's like 2 rows of boxes. I just focused on the green one because, the old green machine done by Big Wheel.
Yeah,
And they had another one that was closer to the red and yellow and blue that you saw the original Big Wheel. And I'm like, holy shit, they re-released the Big Wheel. It even says Big Wheel on the box. And I'm like, oh. And she goes, yeah, they've been sitting here ever since they came in. I go, yeah, it's because the parents that actually drove those as kids realize how bad you could be hurt. So they're not selling them to the kids now, right? I've still got scars from Big Wheels.
Anybody who actually owned a Big Wheel and lived on a hill would never buy those for a kid.
I had two of them. I wore one out.
The fucking wheels, because you skid a lot, and that would just eat the plastic.
Yeah, I'd eat the wheel. I had 2 of them, eat them both up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something amazing. When I was in Canada, my second wife introduced me to a store that has everything that you folks have. Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
Good grief. They have everything.
We call it Crappy Tire, but yeah. It's Canadian.
Crappy Tire, really? Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
The only thing that you won't find in a Canadian Tire is a Walmart.
Okay. I went to a Walmart too. Yeah.
And you know what they're bringing back, Dave? They're bringing Zellers back.
I heard. What? Yeah, the Hudson's Bay Company, the Bay Canada. They
had a
bought
low-end store called Zellers
years ago and absorbed all their stores and got rid of the Zellers and made them HBC stores, which they're all called HBCs now. And just recently, they realized that with the economy the way it is and the population here and what our expenses are for food, gas, and accommodation, people don't have a lot of disposable income to go buy a $140 scarf. They want a $10 scarf. So they've remarketed and relaunched the Zellers brand as kind of a Target in Canada.
A Target for what? Launch it as
like a Target.
Target
moved in when Zellers took off. When Zellers
was
Skybox, Target moved in.
Target for
the Target's on your wallet, exactly. Zero in.
But you could get great deals on toys there. That's why I went to Zellers as a kid, because you could get great deals on toys. And and I heard another rumor, Dave, that they're going to be bringing back Toys and Wheels.
Oh, no kidding!
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Toys R Us?
Toys and Wheels is like Toys R Us.
Oh, Toys and Wheels, okay.
But it's a Canadian one, and I think it was only on the West Coast.
And Radio Shack that
I've never heard of it.
Exist in the United States anymore is now called The Source in Canada.
Yeah.
Really?
Actually,
Radio Shack's gone here. It's gone.
Yeah. It's been The Source since 2017 or 16, something like that.
Yeah. Earlier than that.
People still go buy
maybe
resistors and things. Or...
Dude, it was The Source when I lived in Ladner, and I lived in Ladner in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, they had
really is it? No.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't change them all.
Electronics hobby stores is something that has gone by the way.
Yeah, I used to go there for capacitors and transistors and resistors and
stuff.
Wires,
flux capacitors.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. You can't build a time machine these days.
You guys obviously knew what you were doing. I don't.
Yeah, Hellbound Hillbilly says, public television counts. This is where we got Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross.
That's right.
It was
right.
the only way we got to see Red Green here in the States.
Damn right. And Robot Wars.
Shoot, that's the only place we got to see Monty Python way back in the day.
Oh, no
and
kidding.
Benny Hill,
yeah.
Oh, Benny. And then
Benny Hill, Dave Allen at large with his racist jokes.
Dave Allen.
If you invoke
Irish
Bob
guys,
Ross' name, you get to see Bob Ross.
Monty Python, the cheese shop.
I don't know if anyone's ever done.
Michael, you're froze, dude.
Michael, you're froze. You're froze.
That Dave Allen did about how he lost the tip of his finger, but he must have done 30 of them on the TV show. I don't know how many he did over the years, but he would just come up with another story. Every time somebody asked him how he lost his finger, he'd just tell a different story. It was great.
Yeah.
We're back.
He used to, he said, always said he used to throw people off because he lost and he'd just be like this, and people think he's digging deep. Half his fingers up his nose, kind of thing. He was always drinking, and by the end of the show, he was pretty much pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a funny guy.
Those are my two favorite stories about how he lost his finger. Was, well, I drink scotch and I hold my glass like this, so the tip of my finger has been in the scotch for 30 years, and it just melted it off.
Just ate away at it.
Okay.
The other one was his dad caught him outside. He said, "Don't go over playing around with the axe in the shed." So his dad caught him playing around with the axe in the shed, and he said, "Okay, you put your hand down on that block right there, and I'm going to cut the tip of your finger. I'm going to cut your finger off because I told you not to play with the axe." And his dad thought for sure he'd move his hand. And he thought for sure his dad wasn't going to hit him with the axe.
Well, it reminds me of when I first got stung by a wasp in the thumb. I went to grab a leaf off a tree, and I guess there was a yellow jacket on the tree. It stung me right in the thumb, and I was 6 or something at the time. I was like, ah!
Oh man.
And my buddy's dad comes at me with a hammer. He goes, "Hang on, come here, I'll fix that for you." And he's like, "Just give me anything. I'll just hit you with the hammer. You'll forget all about the sting." Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
Wonderful.
That's parenting for you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, kids, we have done the hour and a half. Can it, Dave? I know you're going to try and make me do the 45-minute warning thing. Screw you.
No, I'm good. I got things.
Well, great show. Great show.
Yeah. Mikey has put on the it's the end of the show, dog.
It's my comfort dog, Nadian.
Oh, this is my dog.
Hey!
Gilbert.
Mikey's
I'm an
gone out to
official,
grab some Chinese.
Oh, you guys got to see my dog. Jeez, come on.
Who's your dog?
It's my dog. His name is Ren.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Mine's Gilbert. Gilbert. Yeah.
He's got a butt. There you go. He's
Okay. Well, mine doesn't actually.
It's the end of the show, guys. Mikey has apparently he's put on his cloak of invisibility again. So
Yep.
I want to thank everybody out there in the chat for hanging out with us. Not too sure where Mikey went. He's slacking off here, which means I got to do all the fucking work here now.
Oh yeah.
Hang on here. Let's see. What do we got here? If you missed the interview, if you missed the original interview, you can go to a link to it below and head over and check it out. And that has all of Scott's links there. You can check out his stuff. He does a podcast with a believer, and it's called the God or Not podcast, which is really cool. And he's worked with me and other folks with the A.C.A. on the nonprofits and stuff like that. And he'll be on this Friday's episode of
Sunday.
No, Friday
he's on Friday on
Truth Wanted.
Truth Wanted, right?
Yeah, Truth Wanted, and of course the episode that
my
they just
bad.
recorded will be on Sunday of the nonprofits. Yeah, so thanks to all my amazing patrons and our new members. You guys are awesome. You want to take over, Maggie? And everyone out there in the chat, great having you guys here. I hope you guys had fun tonight. Anyway, yeah. So check out all of Scott's links over on the interview page.
Thumbs up the video, please.
Oh yeah,
On your way out, guys.
Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already,
Yeah.
and you can become a member. Just click that join, and it's like $1 a month or something. But it does help the channel. All of this stuff helps the channel. You guys are awesome. And I guess until then, guys, like I always say at the end of the after parties, like the late great Carl Sagan once said, Michael's trying to get back in now. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.